Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC-Mura here. Today I'm just gonna give you my first impressions of Akira. I have been playing her for the good portion of today and a little bit yesterday, and just thought it would be actually a good idea to just share with you my finds and just give you my thoughts in general. I do think Akira is a good character, probably not as powerful as I've seen many people expect early on, but I do still think she is alright. She have a lot going for her, but also there are some issues, unfortunately. Obviously, let's talk about the good first. She have a really good walk speed. That is pretty important. She does have a good crouching medium kick game. This is pretty important in Street Fighter 5. You can cancel into the fireball. This is kind of like a Kage thing, and that is completely safe. But you can also go to the Tatsus, and here is where the issues start to appear. This is obviously -6, you can kinda follow up after it with the medium kick, but then you're gonna be like -12. If you do 2 of them in a row, you are -10. There is a gap here, so you might catch them off guard if they try to punish, but I feel like this is just a day 1 tactic and will not work after that. One of the issues here is that, let's say for example that the opponent is standing, right? If Ryu is standing, you can do the light kick Tatsu. Obviously out of the crouching medium kick, only the light kick Tatsu actually combo. If you do the medium, this doesn't link. The heavy will link, but you have to confirm that they are standing, and that is pretty difficult on one hit confirm. So what you're mostly gonna be doing is crouching medium kick into light kick, right? But by that point, you can kinda confirm that they are standing, so you will do this. And if they are, you get the heavy kick ender. This will put you in a fantastic Oki position. The issue here is that if they are crouching, you only get the medium, and this unfortunately doesn't give you a good Oki, right? So that kinda sucks. This is the one that unfortunately you will be getting more often than not, and that, like I said, doesn't give you good Oki. Alternatively, you can try to go for the DB, but obviously this doesn't give you good Oki as well. If they back rise, they are way too far away here, right? You can't really do much at this point, and you can kinda go into the light DB, and this actually does give you really good Oki, but the range might whiff on you if you're doing it like from a really far distance. Something like that might happen. So it's not a reliable confirm is what I'm saying, right? What you might do instead is just go to the EX Tatsu, right? And after this, you can follow up with a heavy kick uppercut. The issue again doesn't give you good Oki. However, what you can do here is use a light punch elbow. This will give you a good Oki situation. Or what I found to be even better, after the EX Tatsu, use light kick DP. Light kick DP will actually give you fantastic Oki. On a double dash here, you will be +7 on a back rise, so you get to pressure, and even if they quick rise, right, even here if you quick rise, you're gonna be +2, so you can meet this throw anyways. So my recommendation, honestly, after the EX Tatsu, if you're not sure if they are crouching or standing, just go for the EXD Tatsu, then light kick DB. That is the best ender. Light kick Tatsu into light punch elbow. This does 204, while this does 220, and gives you really good Oki. So this is the combo route to go. Obviously, if you are Galaxy Brain and you have got tier confirms, you can combo into the medium punch elbow, and this will give you a follow-up. But again, this is very difficult, in all honesty. It's not something I have been able to do. Maybe later with some practice, but honestly, as of right now, I can't. This will bring me in general to the elbow attack, or the elbow special. This is actually better than I thought. It is -4 on block, so I found that just sometimes throwing the heavy punch version like that, because it is decently fast, you can catch people off guard with this. Obviously it is -4 on block, so you can get punished, but as you note, you can actually space it to be somewhat not that unsafe. So that's not that bad. It is really fast, so it can catch them off guard, especially if they like to fireball or are moving back and forth a lot. Think of it as kind of like doing a charge tackle attack, but without charge, so that's actually pretty nice. The EX version is super quick as well, and it is -2 on block. This is pretty much my new EX Zonk, right? If you're in the neutral, you don't know what to do, bam, surprise him with this one, -2 on block, not too bad. If it happened to land, you actually get fantastic OK here as well, +2 on a double dash, so that is really nice. And it is a really safe confirm out of the crouching medium kick as well, if you want, right? Again, does leave you in a good OK situation. The main issues I have been finding with Akira, unfortunately, is the mid-range. And the issue in the mid-range is that, first of all, her normals are shorter than you would expect. It seemed like they are longer than that, but they are not that long actually. And the issue is that most of the heavies are really negative. Like standing heavy bunch, this is -6 on block. I think that's a bit too much. And if you happen to commit to the second hit of the target combo, that is -8. So that is a little bit excessive. Standing heavy kick is -6. Forward heavy bunch is -5. Yeah, they are crush counter. This could be space to be safe, but it has so much recovery. It's very easy to get jumped in on while you're doing it. So it is hard. Her heavies have a lot of recovery, not that rewarding on hit, and they are really negative on block, so I don't know. The issue, or one of the other ones, is the lack of a Kami or Karen standing medium kick style of poke. This is problematic. The issue is this one. It moves her forward a little bit, but it doesn't have it doesn't cover the range that you want a standing medium kick to cover, you know. It's more useful for like anti-air purposes, but it's not that amazing on the ground, which is the issue. Now I have been finding it kinda hard to deal with zoning. That again is one of the main issues with Akira that I'm noticing. It does seem like fireball zoning is difficult. You can negate the fireballs with your as well, but more often than not they recover first, so they will be able to actually throw another one. If you have this kill one, obviously you can do the thing, but this honestly doesn't have the range that you would expect, right? Like, it's unlikely to actually get something like this to hit, at least from my experience. And you can't do it on reaction. As you see, like, you can't really punish their extended hurt box on the fireball on reaction, so it's not something you can just use to react to your opponents, which is unfortunate. But if you have the V-skill charged, actually just doing the fireball like that randomly is actually pretty strong because it is unreactable, and if it happened to land, you get massive damage, obviously, like something like that, walking back and forth, bam, hit it once, then you get heavy kick DB, good damage, something unreactable, and totally safe. And the hitbox, the aerial hitbox is pretty good. Another one thing that I really like a lot, but this is difficult, but it is possible. You can heavy kick DB through fireballs. You can use something like that. This is similar to Kagi on Ken, using their like heavy bunches uppercuts, and Kami can do this as well. It will require really sharp reactions, but it is possible, as you can see. So I do think with some practice, this is something that could be a lot more viable than it seems. I do think this is something that can be worked on and improved to a certain level. And because I have been finding it difficult against fireball characters, V-Trigger 1 have been my V-Trigger of choice. V-Trigger 1, the really good thing about it is that it pretty much lets you in. So if Ryu is trying to throw fireballs like that, summon Big Brother Daigo, he comes in, even if you don't get the punish, he will pretty much let you get in, and that is really good. Another thing I really like about this V-Trigger is that when you get them to the corner, it's very powerful. This V-Trigger is very powerful in the corner because Akira kinda hides behind Daigo, so it can be difficult to see what Akira is doing, right? So notice this again, she's kinda blending in behind him. He is on the foreground and she's on the background. This makes it really easy to go for stuff like her overhead. So like for example, if Ryu here is blocking Daigo, right? You can go for stuff like that because like I said, she's kinda hidden behind him, right? It's hard to see Akira. So you can go for lows like that and just get them to like get hit. Maybe you can go for the overhead, right? And then follow after. Maybe you can go for the throw here, right? And that is also pretty good. Maybe you can go for the throw bait, right? And that is pretty powerful. This is actually a really powerful mix-up from what I found. Just throwing or going for the throw bait like that is actually pretty powerful, because a lot of people, when they see you up close like that, they will try to break the throw. And actually, I will say, using the instant EX air fireball, this is actually a really powerful throw bait in general. Think of it as like an instant air axe kick. It is -2 on block, so it is totally safe. If you have V skill 1 on, you can use it with the heavy version. Let me do it one more time. Don't know why I'm typically failing it like that, but yeah, you can use the heavy punch version and that will be safe. So that is alright. Another really cool thing about Akira that I have been doing a lot is a lot of offensive V reversals. So for example, if here, let me show you what I mean by this. When you knock someone down with a V reversal with Akira, she is very close when they get up. So for example, let's try if Ryu's gonna do that now. Let's do it one more time. What I'm trying to say is that when you knock them down and then you reversal, especially if they are in the corner, you will be right next to them, right? So notice this Sakura or Akira, who's Sakura? Akira is completely point blank almost, right? And you immediately get to pressure them. So using Daigo is pretty good in the corner, using the V reversal is pretty good in the corner. These are really two good strategies. Use the EX elbow to push them to the corner, give you a lot of Oki. These have been my go-to bread and butters so far. And like I said, I haven't been using V trigger 2 that much, mostly V trigger 1. It seemed like the easier V trigger to use now. And mostly V skill 2 as well. So V skill 2, V trigger 1, this is a combination I have been using. And so far things have been going well. I do think she is a character who have potential. She isn't as easy to play as Capcom have told us. I think she's actually quite technical, but I do see a future for Akira. That is pretty much it for today. I will be sharing with you more findings in the future, but that's it for today. That is pretty much everything I got so far. Let me know your experiences and how have you been finding her. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon page and the Discord server page in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.